Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. So I have been busy working on this even if I haven't been making videos, because a lot of the stuff that I did in this it wasn't new, but I have other videos that I link to it. So this is a altered file folder. It's a oh gosh, the name just flew out of my head. It's a classification file folder. And I've done a bunch of classification file folders before, and I have a playlist, and I will link that either right there or below or both places. And what I've used for this is the Tracy Fox kit, the crime files kit, I think. And I also have some Sherlock Holmes kits, just stuff that I've found in various places, but primarily the Tracy Fox Crime Files kit. So I have reinforced and expanded the spine a bit, and this front I've made kind of a faux mini clipboard out of a piece of another classification. It's like pressboard cardboard and two rusted paper clips. I did a whole bunch of my own rusting for this. These came out kind of cool. These are the Tim Holtz style. These are Tim Holtz, these guys. So, and I just used did a bunch of different batches, and I did a bunch of different things with the different batches. So that's kind of what I was trying to figure out, how I was going to use all of my rusty objects. It was super fun. And then I used the rusty water from the rusty objects, and I used the rusty water to dye a bunch of the papers. So the front is just a bunch of the extra pieces of paper that I have layered and paper clipped and to the faux mini paper, the faux mini clipboard, which is just attached at the top so things can still be tucked around it. It has a closure. The closure is another rusty bull clip. I think this is actually a bull clip from Rust Paper Scissors. So if you're not going to rust your own metal pieces, you can buy them at Rust Paper Scissors, and I will link her Etsy shop below. She's got great stuff. And then there's a little thumbprint charm on the closure. So you open it up and, oops, it's a big one. So on the inside, this is backed with some Stamperia cardstock that it was rust water dyed, and some other cardstocks that have been rust water dyed. And I just have a bunch of ephemera. This is just essentially like ephemera pockets. So these are from the kit, and I have die cut a bunch of sample slides. This is a rust water dyed one. And in this spine, part of the spine here, I've reinforced it with velvet ribbon. And these are just little sample bottles that have little labels on them. I think the labels are actually from a Halloween set. They came as stickers all ready to go. I have not filled them with anything. That's for whomever gets this, can fill those with samples. And then on this page, it is backed with real vintage map paper. And then I have this zigzaggy crisscrossy one with these little D-rings that I rusted, along with the split pins that I rusted, and some leather cordage. So these are file folders that I made out of some regular file folders. And I have a video on how I made these. It's super simple and straightforward, but I will link that video either somewhere above or below, along with some basic samples. They're just stamped images with insects, because, insects are vital to forensic evidence. And then this is a little pouch, and in this pouch are two oops, I have them both in one, little lens things that go in there. And it has a really cute little magnifying glass charm, and the magnifying glass charm actually magnifies, which is super cute. And then on the back of that, this is faux leather. It's that paper leather. And in here is a little notebook that says evidence, and it just has a few slits of pieces of printed ledger paper with a paper clip or a paper pin that slides in there, so that can be replenished. And this is a little mini journal, again with that same kind of faux leather paper, Craftex paper it's called. And this has a rusted charm on it that says Destiny. And this opens, and this is an altered envelope with some of your important crime scene evidence bits that you can store more in. This one has some pieces of things in there as well. And some rusted paper clips and sticky tape and some of your criminal IDs that you suspect are suspects. And this is a piece of rusted clothing clip that I made. And then this just slides in there like that. It's got a little ribbon crimp on the end that I rusted. And a clothing pin that I also rusted. And then over here, these are real vintage index dividers that I've attached to some vintage file folder to make pockets. And so there is a pocket on the side of each one of these that has a suspect or a victim, you can decide, as well as some ephemera behind in the pockets there. This has a rusted key and a key tag as a charm. And then here's your main journal. This main journal can come out. It's held in with elastic, and this is reinforced. You can really see here some of that. This is some heavy duty watercolor paper that I've over dyed with that rust water. Came out looking super grungy and cool. This is just some Crafts Consortium paper. And inside that front pocket is a little bit of a notebook journal, very small one. It slides in there. And in here, I've made a whole bunch of Raggedy altered paperclip tabs. So these just slide onto the page. And I do have a whole video showing how I make these. It's really straightforward, but I will link that video there and or below to show you how I make those Raggedy tabs. And a lot of the papers in here were dyed with the rust water. And a lot of them were extended too, because this was a big size journal. So it gave me the opportunity to attach pieces of paper together and extend things and just make it look super raggedy. There's another Raggedy tab. This piece of paper is just paper clipped over. This is just a loose piece of paper that is one of those dyed pieces that I have clipped over the page, like so, with a rusted paper clip. And again, more rusted paper. Another tab, Raggedy tab. Some more rusted paper that I've only glued along here, so it could be a tuck spot if you choose for it to be. So this is a piece that is short on the side and long behind. And what I did with this one is I took two of those rusted papers and I attached it with a rusted paper, I'm not sure what you're supposed to call these. It's got the tabs, the prongs that fold over. So one page folds this way and one page folds that way. They can be exchanged, removed, moved around. This has an envelope with a piece of paper in it. Some more rusty paper. There's the center, and the journal is sewn together, but it's only slid in with the elastic. This is a piece of cardstock and some watercolor paper with a Raggedy tabbed paper clip. So the paper clip that is in there also has paper clips in here so that you could add pieces of paper to it if you wanted to. And this one, I have a batch of these that just did not want to rust. I had to use detergent and vinegar and salt over and over again until I got any kind of rust. They were very challenging. I did not purchase the right kind when I bought those, I think. So again, more really cool looking rust dyed paper. There's copy paper attached to watercolor paper, and there's a little tuck here as well that you could tuck a little something in right there if you wanted. And this is craft card, and this is an envelope, and the envelope is glued on and then opened, and this has a paper clip on it, so you could use that as a pocket. And then this altered Raggedy paperclip tab slides on there, and that was not supposed to be stuck together, and there it is. And then there is a text spot on the back cover as well, and that is the journal. And this is a piece of scrapbook paper map that has been reused to reinforce the back cover of the journal. And you could still use these if you have one of the little tabs that go across there. So that is my crime scene case folder journal made from a classification file folder and reinforced. It will be available on my Etsy in the next, I don't know, 24 hours or so. Today is Sunday, March 3rd. It's my best friend's birthday, so we have a birthday party to go to this evening. So I will try and get it up before we go. If not, it will be up there in the next day or so. And it will be for sale. And check out my links below. Please consider clicking like, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be also publishing a short haul video soon. And I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great weekend. Stay safe. Bye-bye.